This credit request and approval example will demonstrate how a modern business uses technology to simplify a complex business process and accelerate problem resolution through the use of collaboration tools. So let's go ahead and take a look. The first task in this example involves Paul. Paul is a sales associate with the company, and he is on his way to visit a customer to close a sizable sales opportunity. On his way to the customer meeting, he will need to request a credit increase to ensure the deal goes through smoothly. Now, Paul is on an airplane on his way to visit the customer. While on the flight, Paul realizes that there might be a credit issue with the customer, so he opens up his tablet and connects to his JD Edwards dashboard. On his dashboard, Paul has access to all of his sales information. On the right, he can see the Opportunity Analysis Report. This report gives Paul a real-time update to his accounts. On the left, he has a list of real-time actionable alerts and a list of his daily tasks. Paul wants to drill into the details for the customer he's about to visit, so he taps on the Opportunity alert. We can see here a list of Paul's opportunities, and he taps on the first opportunity for Robinson Financial. This is the Opportunity Detail screen where Paul can see any information related to the sales opportunity, such as activities, related quotes, and any notes or media that he has attached to the transaction. Paul can also see information about the customer sold to and shipped to. Paul can swipe down the page to see information about the potential order. We can see that Paul has a potential sale of 100 laptops for a total of $150,000. Paul swipes back up the page to take a look at the credit check. Paul taps on the credit check button. The system shows the current credit limit and compares it to a total credit exposure consisting of open orders and potential orders. The system immediately alerts Paul that the potential order will exceed the current credit limit. Paul taps on the Sold To link to see the customer's 360-degree view. From the 360-degree view screen, Paul taps on the Financial link to access the credit limit field. Paul taps into the credit limit field to update the amount. By tapping into the numeric field, the iPad numeric keyboard automatically pops up. Paul enters a new credit limit of $200,000 and closes the keyboard. Paul then taps on the Save Changes button. Paul gets a notification that the changes he made to the credit limit will need to go through an approval process. This workflow will send the credit limit request notification to the credit manager for approval. When Paul clicked OK on the approval notification, we can see that the credit limit field reverts back to the original amount until the request is approved. Paul closes the customer 360-degree view. Paul is done working on the opportunity, so he taps on the Close button to return to the dashboard. Now let's transition to Dominique. She is the company's credit manager. Dominique will get the credit request and work on approving the limit request. We are looking at Dominique's email, where she has just received the credit limit request. Dominique clicks on the email to read the details. The email includes some details about the credit request, such as customer, amount, and the requester. Dominique clicks on the link in the email to access the credit approval screen in JD Edwards. If not already signed on, Dominique needs to enter her credentials to validate security. Dominique is presented with a screen with summary information for the credit request. There is also a link where Dominique can access additional information to research the customer's account before approving the request. Dominique is presented with a credit check screen with an embedded report with data specific to the customer being viewed. The top of the report includes a table with the credit metrics and links for collaboration. The bottom of the report has a description and details of the collaboration links. Dominique first clicks on the customer number to access the customer master. The customer master application has a link on the upper right to access a frame linked to a Hoover's Dun & Bradstreet analysis. The frame link shows the Hoover's website linked to a specific Dun & Bradstreet number for Robinson Financials. Dominique scrolls down to view additional details. Dominique sees that Dun & Bradstreet is giving Robinson Financials a low-risk credit score. With this information, Dominique feels more comfortable approving the credit request. Dominique closes the application to return to the report. Dominique wants to collaborate with Paul, the sales rep, to get additional information about the opportunity. She clicks on Paul's name to launch social media. Here we see an example of Oracle Social Network where Dominique can have a social media conversation with the sales rep in real time. The embedded report also allows a link to kick off an email. Here we can see when Dominique clicks on the Credit Manager link that an email is created. Information can automatically pass from the report, such as the email address, and information for the subject line, such as the customer name or past due amount. Dominique is concerned about the existing past due amount and clicks on the past due amount link to see additional details about the open receivables. This account status summary screen gives Dominique a one-page view of the customer's account with an aging on the right where she can drill into the details of a specific aging bucket. Dominique clicks on the 91 to 120 bucket link. Dominique can see that the past due amount is related to a very large order, and she recalls that the customer has an open dispute concerning damaged products. Dominique closes the screen to return to the report. Dominique has completed her research on the customer's account and closes the screen to finalize the approval. Dominique now has the ability to either approve or reject the credit request, and there is also a place to put any comments about her decision. Dominique clicks on the Save button to submit her approval. The approval automatically updates the credit limit field on the customer master and sends Paul a notification. At the end, Paul gets notification that the credit limit is approved and he can close the deal. While still on his flight, Paul receives an email notification on his iPad. Paul taps on the mail icon. Paul can see that Dominique has approved the email request and he feels confident that he will close the deal later that afternoon. Now let's recap the credit request and approval demonstration we just saw. First, Paul was able to use his mobile tablet application to access customer information and request the credit limit in real time. Second, Dominique had all the information she needed to approve the request directly from the email notification. And third, Dominique was able to use several collaboration tools at her disposal in order to make quick and informed decisions.